Hey, Scott here. Thanks for watching some of those other videos of songs from my record, Worried Mind. If you haven't already, make sure you do. They're right here on the channel. But there was a good response to them, so I want to keep going, and I'm going to do some other tunes that aren't mine, but that I worked on up here in the attic. This is another one from my record called Fall Apart. This was probably the last song recorded. It was the last song written and the last song recorded for my record. And it came together really quickly, but there's a lot of cool elements in here that I want to break down in my Pro Tools session, which again is a mess, but who cares? So the first thing that's really interesting, if you listen to this song, and I'll post this song in the description that you can listen to on Spotify, and if you want, you could put it on repeat on Spotify forever, even when you go to work or whatever, just play that song forever. But here's this little unit here is a little Panasonic tape deck I got from Value Village for $5. And I actually have this, look at this. This is a little car adapter, a cassette adapter that I got from Amazon. I don't know if you can see that I put in here, and then I put that into the headphone jack of the Moog. And so when the Moog is going through, the main output of the Moog is going through all these delay pedals and special effects. The dry signal of the Moog goes through here, and I just hit play, and I can then hear the dry signal of the Moog through there, which is great for testing the sound, but also you can put a mic up to it and record the dry signal and then the input of the wet signal at the same time. And there's just some cool effects you can do with that. So I was playing with that when making the record, and there was something cool about the sound of that tape deck. Hold on here, I gotta turn my speakers on. So this is the sound of the tape rolling. It's not even rolling, it's just the heads are moving, or what do you call those? And it created this textured drone that I ended up keeping through the whole song. When you mute it, and a lot of people will like this, it's quiet, it's dead quiet. And I went back and forth a lot of times, like, should I shut that off? But I really liked it. It ended up being really special, and I think it took the perfection out of the song. The song was a little bit too cute and pretty, and it's a cliche love song. So I felt like adding that drone in the background gave it a bit of edge. Well, at least I think so, anyway. That was the first thing I wanted to show you. The song started off with some acoustics, and same as if you watch the other videos, it's just a classical guitar recorded with two mics, which would be a Fathead and a Warm Audio 47, the tube mic. 2 takes, hard panned each take. So the main hook is played by an acoustic guitar. Again, a classical, with some of this little plate reverb, which is free if you own the Sound Toys bundle. And then it's paired with the Rhodes, single notes on the Rhodes. So together. That's nice because the acoustic has more attack, but there's more tone in the Rhodes. So they paired well together. And they're hard panned, which creates a nice little sound. So the drum beat you're hearing is this vocal beat. Pan to the left. And then on verse 2, and I always like to add something new on verse 2. On verse 2, there's a second vocal beat that comes in. And they're hard panned, which you don't normally do with drums, but when you have 2 drums, it's nice. There's not a lot of rules with drum machines in folk music, so I was able to get away with that so far. At the very beginning, in this little warm-up before the intro starts, there's a little drum beat here I play on my lap. Like that. Tape's rolling, and then the song starts. This drone you hear in the background is a is the Moog sub 37, single note with some sort of oscillator that could be in time with the song or not, I'm not sure. Hard pan to the left. It's just giving this, like, if you mute it, I don't know, the song became a little bit too Caribbean or whatever. I think that's a little bit more eerie when you add in that drone. And then again, to change things up on the second verse, a second drone comes in higher, which would be, sounds like a single note arp. Again, it's a sense of urgency, it's a sense of, it's a little bit more ominous, which I think is important when you're doing like this dark folk music, that you don't just keep it too pretty. On the bridge, there's an arp. On the Moog, again, I got some really great, cool sounds that I would never be able to replicate from the Moog on this record. So that's one on the, yeah, there's two there. I don't know what they're doing. And then on the outro, it's paired with this super fast, super filtered arpeggiator, which kind of gave it that bright, explosive ending. It's just a nice little Easter egg for the ears. Going back to drums for a sec, we got the two vocal beats, the tape roll, cabasa, which you can't really hear, and two shakers. Oh, it's two snaps, sorry, not shakers. And that's it for the drums there, throughout the whole song. Bass is really simple, because I played it. The piano, and this is cool, I want to share with you. The piano is, at the very end, I thought we should add a little piano because there's piano on every song. This is the other song I played the piano on this record. And I was in a hurry, I didn't have time, nor did I feel like bringing a bunch of mics downstairs to the living room to record the upright and bringing the Apollo and everything. So I just brought the Zoom recorder, sat it down on top of the piano, and recorded this. And it's so low in the mix, it's just adding a bit of chime. There was no harm in just using the Zoom. And I think if I were to have done two mics overhead and really recorded it well, then it would be more of a challenge to mix. It would have been, because I wouldn't have wanted to squish it into one corner. I would have wanted to show the niceness of it. And that's the other thing with getting me to do it as opposed to somebody else, is that the takes are really simple, so you don't feel compelled to give it a big spot in the mix. You just relegate it to this small little corner where it does its part. Oh, my friend Nabby from the band Elevator, spelled Ellevator, sang harmonies on this, which was super lucky of me. Here's her harmonies with a bit of reverb, with delay. Those two takes, pan left and right. Here's them dry. Incredible singer. Echo verb and real verb is on as a send. And here's it with me. She's very low in the mix, but that's because she has such a great voice. I didn't want anybody wishing she sang lead on this song, so I had to push her back a bit. Here's my vocal, and I've done this on all the other tracks, so I don't want to get into this too much, but the lush verb, there's two sends on my dry vocal. The lush verb, which is from the effects rack from Sound Toys, and it's a presetting large lush verb. Love it. And then this real verb. I don't think anybody else uses this. It was free. But it's a bathroom verb. So one is kind of super fake and one is kind of a little bit more realistic.
You're part of me.
That's, I think, everything. I really was happy with how the drums came out, sounding, and they kind of tie in with this Moog. This Moog ends up being kind of, which one? Sorry. Where's that Moog? Where's that sound coming from?
Knowing you.
Oh yeah, right here. This kind of ended up becoming a bit of a percussive thing, and so with the beat, it was kind of a cool little beat. Anyway, that's that song, Fall Apart.